Okay, so welcome back to my channel. I thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Elle, and this channel is called Elle Presents. It's basically a channel of all the things that I love to do and things that I'm trying in my life. So today's episode is going to be about me taking on the Tumeric Challenge. Now, some of you all may have heard of this and others of you may have not, and that's fine. Basically, what the Tumeric Challenge is that you're supposed to use regular grocery store powdered turmeric in your skincare regimen for a full week. Now, I really enjoy this. I've used turmeric off and on for about a year and a half since I first heard about it. I've used it in several different mechanisms or masks that I use on my skin. And so I wanted to share that with you guys. And also I wanted to try a new mask that I had not tried before. So I'm going to start from the beginning, and I'll also be popping in a couple of photos and some other videos and things like that. I'll be popping in probably over here as I go along. So let's get started. So the Turmeric Challenge, basically what turmeric does for your skin, especially for people who are melanated, African American, brown people, etc., is that it can help to give you a more even complexion because turmeric contains a chemical, a naturally occurring chemical called curcumin. And curcumin actually inhibits the production of melanin. So you can use turmeric over time to give you a lighter, but more importantly, a brighter and more even complexion. I personally suffer from a bit of discoloration and hyperpigmentation right around my mouth here, and then also just a little bit under my eyes. And so using turmeric on a regular basis helps me to maintain a much more even skin tone without having to rely on some of the chemical products that you may find at the grocery store or chemical products that you may find at your local drugstore. There's several chemicals and skin lightening products that have been shown or been linked to skin cancer in African American and brown people. And I prefer, if I can, to stay away from those types of products. One, because obviously I don't want to get skin cancer, but two, you don't know what other side effects those types of products may be causing under your skin. So this is all natural. The first mask that I did was turmeric, honey, and lemon juice. And I mixed about a tablespoon of lemon juice with about a teaspoon to half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and then also about a tablespoon of honey. I mixed all of that together. It's a bit thin. Obviously, there's nothing really there to give it any thickness or consistency. So I put this all over my face. I enjoy this mask as sort of a treatment if I were doing something in the morning and I needed to just kind of get it in as a part of the routine for the week, and I could do that very quickly in the morning, leave it on for a half an hour and wash it back off. Or if I were going to be, let's say I was taking a bath at night, I could put this on before my bath, get into a nice hot steamy bath that's going to open up my pores, and then I'm able to rinse this off with the bath water. One of the downsides of this type of mask is that because it has a more liquid consistency, it does take a little bit longer for it to soak into your skin and for it to become tacky. It doesn't ever really dry. That's sort of the other downside to this mask, is that it doesn't actually dry, but it is really a good mask to use if you just want something that you can do while you're in the bathtub, or if you're going to go and wash some dishes, you're cleaning your house. It's really great for that because you're not going to leave it on. Now, the other two masks that I use, they are both masks that I like to use and let them sit overnight on my skin. The first one is a turmeric that I mixed with lemon juice and a clay mask. The one that I used this time was actually a mint julep mask. Again, you can get that at a drugstore. That's where I purchased it, or even Walmart. And I use that mask. I'm able to leave it on overnight. It takes a little bit less time to dry. So the first mask that I use with the honey, that one usually takes about an hour for it to become tacky to where it's not dripping down your face anymore. This mask will dry in about a half hour. Maybe less, depending. I sometimes will run my ceiling fan above my head when I put on one of these masks, sit up in my bed with a book, get a couple chapters in, or work on some Spanish language work, because I'm also learning Spanish. I'll do a few pages, a few exercises in one of my books, and it dries, and then I go to sleep. Same thing with the third mask, which I'll get to in a minute. But this mask is really, really great because you can use like a clay mask, or in this case, I use a mint julep mask that is also going to pull impurities out of your skin. And so you're getting these added benefits that are all working together in your skin and on your skin to give you a much more luminous, beautiful, and even skin tone. So the third mask, the final mask that I used during this week, was my favorite. This one is Greek yogurt and turmeric powder, and that's all that I put in this third mask. It's a fantastic mask. When I use this mask the next morning, my skin feels so soft. It is just incredible. The lactic acid in the yogurt, in the Greek yogurt, you can use regular yogurt as well, but the lactic acid in your yogurt is going to act as an exfoliant, as a chemical exfoliant, to help to take off that outer layer of dead skin cells, and also it's going to just make your skin just absolutely wonderfully touchably soft. The turmeric is then, because it's not getting stuck on those dead skin cells, going to be able to penetrate your skin better. It is going to be able to lighten those dark areas that may have been giving you some trouble. So one thing that I really like to do, and remember that you can do this too, you can use any of these masks as a spot treatment. You don't have to use the mask all over your face. If you feel that you have already achieved the desired result from using the mask all over your face, you can simply use the mask in whatever areas may be giving you some trouble as far as hyperpigmentation is concerned. Use the mask there, and then use a plain mask on the rest of your face. I do that often with the yogurt mask as well as with the clay mask. I will take and put the turmeric, I'll portion out a bit of it, put the turmeric in there, and then spot treat where my personal areas of hyperpigmentation are. And then everywhere else, I'll just use the regular mask. Same thing with the yogurt. You put the yogurt, all over your face, and then you just spot treat the turmeric. This has been a fantastic week. I have loved the results. I'm going to put a couple pictures over there, or maybe right here, and show you kind of the result that I got from this week. Keep in mind that I was also doing a water challenge where for those same 5 days, I drank a gallon of water every single day while I was at work. So water is obviously very good for cleansing. It flushes out your system. But when you drink a lot of water, you will notice, I noticed personally, that my skin just had a plumpness to it that, I didn't have as much of a tired look to my skin. My skin was never dull. I probably working hand in hand with the fact that, those two things with the water and the turmeric and the added skincare were all working together on my skin. I hope that you guys will try the turmeric challenge. I hope that you guys will incorporate this, if you can, into your skincare regimen. Please leave me a comment and let me know how it went for you. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I look so forward to you guys enjoying this video, and you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks. One thing that I will make sure that I caution you guys on is that if you are fair skinned, if you are of a lighter complexion, you are going to want to make sure that you are getting this turmeric off of your skin. You want to use some sort of a brush. I use a rotary brush or something else, some sort of an exfoliant to get that off. Turmeric does have a tendency to stain. I know that when I was mixing up the turmeric masks and applying them, if I applied them with my hands, my palms were completely yellow. So you want to make very sure that you are taking the necessary precautions if you are of a lighter complexion.